Welcome friends once again to my YouTube channel English with Bhavani. Today we are going to read a very interesting lesson, The Enemy, written by Paul S. Buck. It is a lesson that we have taken from NCERT Class 12th English Supplementary Reader Vistas. This lesson is considered to be somewhat lengthy, having so many themes and sub-themes and so many symbols, allegory and imageries used in the lesson. So students find it a bit difficult. In this PowerPoint presentation, you will find that we will talk about the thumbnail gist of the story. We will talk about the theme and sub-theme in detail, the setting of the story, major characters and minor characters. Then we will read the general summary with a flow chart related to mind mapping of the lesson The Enemy. We will also discuss and explain quotable quotes used in the lesson. We will discuss the sub theme, and lastly we will discuss the 7 points, that is the major plots used in the story in order to give the final message. So let us begin our lesson The Enemy. Let us begin with the thumbnail gist of the story. The story highlights how a Japanese doctor saves the life of an American prisoner of war, or we can say POW, and rises above narrow national prejudices. He risks his honor, his career, his position, and life by sheltering or harboring a war prisoner of the enemy camp and saving his life. The author has beautifully portrayed the conflict in the doctor's mind as a private individual and as a citizen with a sense of national loyalty. The story, The Enemy, gives the message that humanism transcends all man made prejudices and barriers. Dr. Sadao, who is the chief protagonist, upholds the ethics of medical profession in treating an enemy. The story is a great lesson of peace, love, sympathy, fellow feeling, and humanism. So these are the sub themes or the major theme in this lesson. In this lesson, you will basically find 3 sub themes. The first one is racism, which is a byproduct of nationalism. The second sub theme is duty versus self interest, and the third one, universality of the human race. We will discuss about all these 3 sub themes in detail. Before reading any story, it is very important to understand the setting, the time period in which that story has been set. So the story takes place on a coastal town of Japan in the year 1941 when Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, a war going on between America and Japan. Japanese were hostile to the Americans and ready to kill any American found on their soil. The setting is of Second World War after Pearl Harbor incident, but before bombing of atom bomb. It is very important to understand it that the incident is of 1941 after Pearl Harbor incident, but at that time there was no bombing on the city of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. As discussed earlier, the story is a lengthy story, so it is quite obvious that there must be some major characters and minor characters. In all, there are 9 characters in the story. So let us just get a brief introduction about each character. So Dr. Sadao Hoki is the chief protagonist. He is a Japanese doctor trained by Americans. Sadao's father, much concerned about his son's education, he is a true patriot. Hana, wife of Dr. Sadao, met in America became friends and got married in Japan. Tom, the white enemy, or the American soldier, or the American prisoner of war. Now he is a soldier of US Navy, and he is another important character. We can say the central figure of this story. The fifth one is the old general. A sick Japanese army general needed an operation, trusted only Dr. Sadao, but he is quite selfish and self absorbed in his self interest. There are some minor characters also in the story. The first one is an officer who is messenger of the general. Then the gardener. He is an old gardener in the house of Dr. Sadao. Yimi, Hana's maid servant. The cook. He is also in the house of Dr. Sadao. It is important to notice that gardener, Yimi and the cook, they will play a major part in the plot, that is to say rebel or revolt of the servants. Now the summary of the lesson. Sadao was a Japanese surgeon. He studied in America and returned with Hana, a Japanese girl whom he met there, and married her in Japan and settled down comfortably. While most of the doctors were sent to serve the Japanese army in the World War II, Sadao was allowed to stay home because he was wanted by the old general who was dying. But one night into his uneventful life came an American Navy man, shot, wounded, and dying. Though unwilling to help his enemy, Sadao took the young soldier into his house and provided him with medical aid. He was in danger from that moment. Soon his servants left him. Dr. Sadao saw that the soldier was getting well and absolutely all right. Once his patient was no more in need of him, the doctor turned out to be his assassin, conspiring to kill him in his sleep. He informed the general of the American, and the general promised he would send his private men to kill the American soldier. Sadao awaited the American's death every morning, but to his gloom, the man was still alive, healthier, and posing danger to him. At this point, Sadao becomes the real man in him, a true human being who realizes the essential worth of human life and universal brotherhood. He thinks beyond countries and continents and races and wars. He finds no reason to believe that the American is his enemy. Sadao rescues the American. Thus, Sadao rises above narrow prejudices and acts in a truly humanitarian way. This is the pictorial depiction of the lesson, or we can say the mind mapping of the lesson, The Enemy. So, this is the fourth chapter, and the author is Paul S. Buck. The main characters are, as we discussed earlier, Dr. Sadao, a doctor; Hana, wife of Sadao; Sadao's father, a true patriot; Tom, a prisoner of war; General Takima, selfish, careless, a sick Japanese general; Yomi, servant of Sadao; domestic servants, loyal to country; cook and gardener; and officer, messenger of general. Now let us see the theme. Humanity rises one to overcome prejudices, hatred, or to overcome narrow nationality against one's enemies. The major events in chronology are: found an American prisoner of war in wounded state, unable to throw him back into sea, and decided to operate him and save his life first. The operation was successful, and suddenly one day General sent a messenger to call Sadao at his home. Due to his dilemma, he tells the general about the enemy. General promised him for sending 2 assassins to kill the enemy, but he refused to send. A sense of humanity got developed inside Sadao, and he allowed Tom, the American prisoner of war, to escape from Japan. As discussed earlier, there are very remarkable quotations in the lesson. I have pointed out just 4 with the explanation. I am not going to give you the full explanation in auditory form. You will have to go through the explanation and try to understand itself with DIY, do it yourself spirit. But yes, I am going to read the quotations for you. The first one was made by Sadao Hoki's father. Who can limit our future? It depends on what we make it. It is very important because when you will have to write down the character sketch of Dr. Sadao, then you will have to quote it, because it was this quotation that constantly reminded the advice of his father that helped to shape the child into a doctor. Second quotation is Dr. Sadao's quotation. If the man were whole, I could turn him over to the police without difficulty, but since he is wounded. This quotation indicates the conflict of conscience as a citizen and as a doctor, which is very important because Sadao is going to treat a terribly wounded white man who in the wartime is actually a sworn enemy of the Japanese Empire. Next one is the statement by narrator. He had met Hana in America, but he had waited to fall in love with her until he was sure she was Japanese. His father would never have received her unless she had been pure in her race. The racial bias against whites that Sadao feels so intently is reflected in these lines. His father's extreme racism and nationalism is also reflected. The last quotation is strange. I wonder why I could not kill him. This is a statement by Dr. Sadao. The fact is strange because not only he saved an enemy during wartime, but that he is now philosophizing over the psychology of that decision means that the story ends on a glimmer of hope, rejecting racist thoughts of genetic purity and racial superiority. It is time to discuss about the sub-theme. The first one, racism as a byproduct of nationalism. All of the Japanese characters in the story exhibit a profoundly antagonistic attitude towards white people. They all are highly nationalist, but their nationalism is giving a byproduct, that is racism. In this way, that racism is inextricably linked to the negative influence of nationalism. So we can write down that the negative side of to be too nationalist is that we are racist. We are thinking only ourselves as superiors. Second sub-theme is duty versus self-interest. This theme is explored through two different men, representing two distinct expressions of self-interest, Dr. Sadao and General Takima. Sadao knows it is his patriotic duty to turn the injured white American over to the authorities as a prisoner of war, but his compassion as a physician sworn to heal trumps that duty. On the other hand, General Takima avoids the expectations of duty to his country in order to overlook Sadao's dangerous decision, because if he carries out his duty as a general, the doctor will not be available to conduct the surgery which he needs to prolong his life. So, the self-interest or self-absorption of General Takima is quite different from the self-interest of Dr. Sadao as a human being, as a doctor. Now let us discuss the symbols, allegory and motifs in this lesson. So I will basically talk about only 3 symbols. The first one is the Japanese. The Japanese characters in the story are not intended to be taken as realistic depictions. The whole story as a whole is symbolic. The racist, nationalistic Japanese could just as easily be the Germans, who were America's enemy during the war, or in fact they could just as easily be Americans if the story were written from a Japanese readership. If you will read this story from Indian point of view, you can easily understand who could be the enemy in the story. So it is highly symbolic. Now let us talk about Tom's scars. What is the symbol? The scars around Tom's neck are deeply symbolic. They tie in with both Hana's consideration of the truth about Japanese torture of their enemies and her husband's insistence upon the superiority of the Japanese. Any civilization that tortures could hardly be considered superior to any other, and the scars are clear evidence that the rumors of torture are true. The third symbol used is the symbol of blood. Blood is the central symbol of the story, indirectly encapsulated in the narrator's assertion that blood is the best of fertilizers. The symbolism of blood is expensive. Through the doctors operating on both the American and the Japanese soldiers, blood is situated as the unifier of humanity, as its source cannot be determined on its own. So, blood, Tom's curse, and the Japanese, they all are symbols which can be used in so many different ways. Now, from examination point of view, these 7 points are very important. These 7 points are the 7 incidents or the 7 plots which are very important if you want to give answer to any question. So the first point is Sadao, a Japanese surgeon, finds a wounded American soldier on the beach near his house. He is unable to throw him back, though he was his enemy, as he was a doctor and his first duty was to save a life. Hana, his wife, though initially reluctant because it was dangerous for all, including the children, to keep the enemy in the house, joins her husband in operating and nursing the enemy soldier back to health, even though the servants desert the house. Hana assists Dr. Sadao in operating the soldier in spite of her physical discomfort and hesitation. Though it was wartime and all hands were needed at the front, the general did not send Sadao with the troops as he is an expert surgeon and the general needed him. Sadao tells him about the enemy soldier, but he does not take any action as he is self-absorbed and forgets his promise that he would send his private assassins to kill the enemy and remove his body. Taking advantage of the general's self-absorption, Sadao decides to save the soldier's life. After the soldier is out of danger, Dr. Sadao helps him to escape from his house to safety. Thank you. That's all from my side. I'm quite sure that you must have found my presentation very interesting and informative. Keep subscribing and please like, watch and share my YouTube channel. Stay tuned for more NCERT lessons from class 12th. Thank you.